The beauty of journaling lies in its quiet, patient nature. It's a space that forgives, doesn't judge, and offers no resistance, even when you're contradicting yourself or feeling frustrated. It's a place where all the noise of your inner world can spill out without judgment, a secret keeper that won't judge your whines or complaints. The page simply absorbs everything you pour onto it. Philosophy, much like journaling, isn't a one-time intellectual exercise. It's an ongoing practice, a dialogue with yourself. It evolves as you grow. And here's the secret. It doesn't need to be this deep, intense session every day. It can be as simple as a few lines. It can be as small as just one sentence. I've been journaling on and off for most of my life. As a kid, I'd start, stop, and start again. It was always something I knew was valuable, but could never quite make stick. Then one day, I bought this simple one-line-a-day journal, and that's when things clicked. I began incorporating it into my morning routine, and it became a cornerstone of my day. Over the years, my practice of journaling has woven itself into my journey through Stoicism. It's something that has deeply enriched my life. And honestly, you could say that journaling and Stoicism are inseparable. They complement each other beautifully. So, what's the secret to becoming a great journaler? The key is to start small. In fact, the easiest way to build a journaling habit is to minimize the commitment, making it almost too easy to fail. That's why I love the one-line-a-day journal. You don't need to write volumes. You just need to write one sentence each day. It could be a thought, a lesson, a quote from your morning reading. It doesn't matter. You can even start with something as simple as tracking your workouts or jotting down a daily reflection. There are other great tools for journaling, like the bullet journal or the 5-minute journal, both of which are also simple ways to start without overwhelming yourself. And the beauty of this is that once you've set that low bar, it becomes a habit that builds on itself. Epictetus, the ancient philosopher, talked about fueling a habit like lighting a small spark and letting it grow. Instead of trying to jump straight into long, deep journaling sessions, start with something manageable, something that feels effortless. This approach isn't just about writing, it's about cultivating a practice that becomes second nature. You don't need to dive into a lengthy journaling session from day one, just like you wouldn't try a month-long silent meditation retreat as a beginner. Start with 30 seconds, a single line, a simple exercise. Over time, it will become natural, almost essential. For me, journaling has been a steady part of my routine for over 30 years. It's now a practice that's so ingrained that when I skip it, I almost feel incomplete. In addition to daily journaling, I also make time on weekends to reflect on the lessons from the week. These are often the hardest lessons, the ones that came from mistakes or uncomfortable growth moments. In these sessions, I write down key takeaways, both professionally and personally. And as I reflect on those lessons, I also think about how they will serve me in the future. This isn't just about recording events. It's about recognizing patterns, which is the foundation of wisdom. The more I've done this, the more I've learned to spot recurring lessons and understand their deeper meanings. I bring this practice into my work with leadership teams at various companies, including my role at the Modern Elder Academy. Once a quarter, we gather and share our biggest personal and team lessons from the past few months. It's a way to pause and assess how we're growing, both individually and as a team, and how we can use those insights to move forward more effectively. This process of reflection, of writing down lessons, isn't just for personal growth. It's how we can all learn to see the patterns in our lives and use those insights to become wiser, more effective, and more centered in everything we do. And that's the power of journaling. It doesn't just give you a space to vent. It helps you learn, grow, and become more aligned with your deeper purpose. By making it a habit, you give yourself a tool for continuous learning and self-improvement. And that's a gift that lasts a lifetime. In today's world, we've shifted from a knowledge economy to what could be called a wisdom economy. In an era dominated by artificial intelligence, where facts and information are abundantly available at the click of a button, it's wisdom that has become the true scarce resource. So, how do we cultivate wisdom workers and create environments where wisdom can thrive? The answer lies in fostering wisdom practices, the processes and cultures that allow individuals and organizations to learn from their experiences and share that knowledge with others. Take, for example, the leadership team of a company. They gather together, reflect on the lessons learned over the past quarter, and share them openly. This is no simple task. It requires vulnerability. When one person admits to a mistake or shares a failure, it allows others to learn without having to go through the same hardship themselves. In essence, wisdom is not taught, it is shared. It's about learning from each other's experiences without judgment and using that collective wisdom to improve as individuals and as a team. In our modern age, this kind of wisdom sharing is more important than ever. In fact, it could be the key to adapting to the rapid pace of change that AI, automation, and other technological advances are bringing to our lives. This concept isn't just theoretical. In Walter Isaacson's biography of Steve Jobs, he describes how, despite Jobs' incredible technical genius and access to the best tools and resources, he was unable to retrieve files from an old Macintosh. It's a striking contrast to the journals of Leonardo da Vinci, which are still accessible after hundreds of years, long after the technology that Jobs relied on has become obsolete. This example shows us the limitations of technology and the enduring value of written thought, especially in physical form. The journals of Da Vinci and others provide us with a window into their minds, offering lessons and insights that remain relevant long after their time. This brings us to another powerful lesson from history. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, who wrote his famous Meditations. This wasn't a book meant for public consumption or fame, like today's celebrity CEO memoirs. It was a personal journal, a way for Marcus to reflect on his leadership, his principles, and his personal growth. He wrote to himself, not for approval or recognition, but for self-improvement. As he says in Meditations, one must fight to be the person that philosophy tried to make you. This daily practice of self-reflection and journaling was a powerful tool in his leadership, and it's something that we can all learn from. Journaling, for leaders, is a way to gain clarity and distance from the chaos of the day. It allows one to slow down, think critically, and gain a sense of control. As I reflect on my own journaling practice, I've noticed that each time I write, I gain new insights. Even though the questions I ask myself are the same every day, my answers evolve because I evolve. Journaling is a safe space where you can release your thoughts, examine your actions, and reconsider your decisions without judgment. It's a practice that helps me see things more clearly, whether I'm assessing my behavior or reflecting on my leadership choices. When I write, I often have moments of realization like, wait, that wasn't a good way to treat someone, or I'm being hard on myself for no reason. Getting these thoughts out of my head and onto paper creates a safe mental space, much like talking to a counselor. The words become external, and I can see them for what they really are. Journaling helps me to reset, think more clearly, and return to the world with a renewed perspective. This is why I believe journaling is such a powerful practice for leadership and personal growth. It's not just about keeping track of events or recording thoughts. It's about using the process as a tool for reflection, understanding, and wisdom. Just like Frank famously wrote, paper is more patient than people. In a world full of noise and distraction, the act of putting your thoughts on paper provides a safe and patient space for your mind to rest and grow. Think about the moments when you're overwhelmed, whether it's with your colleagues, friends, or even the driver in front of you who seems to be moving at a snail's pace. Sometimes we get so caught up in our thoughts and emotions that we don't know how to release them. But what if there was a way to let all that energy flow out without judgment or pressure? The solution lies in simply putting it down on paper. The page is a patient listener. It doesn't judge you, doesn't care if you contradict yourself, and it keeps your secrets safe. It's like having a personal space where you can unload, vent, and sort through your thoughts without any constraints. The beauty of journaling is that it provides distance from your emotions and worries, offering clarity and perspective. When you see your thoughts written down, it can be an eye-opening experience. You might realize, I don't even agree with what I just wrote, or I don't need to carry this around anymore. This practice of externalizing your thoughts allows you to see them for what they truly are, not what they feel like in the moment. Journaling has been a powerful tool throughout history. For example, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, President Kennedy used journals to work through the immense pressure he was facing. Those notes became a way for him to manage his thoughts and brainstorm under stress. It's not about writing for an audience, it's about writing for yourself. Even the great Leonardo da Vinci understood the value of keeping a journal. His notebooks are filled with sketches, ideas, and reflections that form the foundation for his masterpieces. Without those early thoughts and explorations, there would be no Last Supper. Journaling is the process of creating something, whether it's solving a problem or birthing a new idea. It's a powerful tool for self-expression and creativity. The ancient Stoics, too, understood the importance of writing. Epictetus recommended keeping your thoughts close, writing them down, reading them aloud, and reflecting on them. This isn't just about recording ideas once and forgetting them. Stoicism is an ongoing conversation with yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations over a long period of time, and yes, it may seem repetitive to modern readers, but for him, that repetition was necessary. It was his way of engaging with life's challenges, reminding himself of the virtues he wanted to embody. Journals like his are not created for posterity, they're created for personal growth. So what if we viewed journaling not just as a way to reflect on life, but as an ongoing engagement with the ideas and values that guide us? Writing every day isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. When I started journaling, I focused on small, simple practices like writing just one sentence a day. I've been using a one-line-a-day journal for years now, and it's been an incredible tool for developing the habit. The key is starting small and building momentum. If you're new to journaling, don't overwhelm yourself with lofty expectations. Just begin. Set aside a few minutes daily. Start with something manageable like a workout journal or a reading log. Over time, it becomes easier, and before you know it, you're regularly reflecting on your thoughts and goals. It's all about consistency, not perfection. When I wrote The Daily Stoic 8 years ago, I had no idea it would grow into a massive community of people, all engaging with Stoicism daily. But that's the beauty of starting small. By simply writing one entry at a time, you begin to build a habit that resonates far beyond your expectations. Remember, journaling isn't about creating a polished work for the world to see. It's a tool to help you navigate life with more clarity, focus, and inner peace. It's about taking control of your thoughts and shaping your life, one page at a time. So grab a journal, start writing, and let the process work its magic. You'll be amazed at what unfolds.